Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Hello, hi. Um, this is Bailey, Boo Boos, and Kitty. This is Boo Boo, and little purry kitty, and we are here with the most. It's the most wonderful day of the week. It's Sarah Wednesday. Yay!
Hello.
And Sarah looking like $1,000,000.
You're very sweet.
Well, it's true. Okay, windshield wiper. Yeah, he started doing this, so it's like I've got a windshield wiper. Oh, now we're going to sit down. Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to use cards or anything, are you? Of course not, because I'm cute and I want to be right here. Anyway, hello everybody. But we have a great community here because of you. Thank you. We have got epic troll slayers, and if you are watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Miss Sarah will be timestamping as we go. And so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, which is what I do a lot on YouTube. So, all right. Doesn't she look like a movie star?
Thank you. I normally the ones without bangs. I have a big head, y'all, and y'all by now y'all are used to me fidgeting, and because if not, like they like to pop off my little melon head like little missiles, just pew. And so the ones without, I'm not talented enough to do a lace to handle a lace front. I'm a grab and slap on girl. And so these are cute, but at some point y'all are gonna have to deal with me, like, yeah. Pew! Projectile missile. It's just
You're so awesome.
Well.
Oh yeah, Jennifer says, me too, Sarah, big old head. Oh, the 5 head here. Yeah, it continues. Yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway. I mean, oh, hang on. I'm using the wrong. Okay. I had the wrong microphone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Am I better?
Cat Shepherd is saying Terror by the Bay is a black fluffy cat that occasionally comes up and flumps down on the card mat. He just casts the cards on the cat's side.
That is hysterical.
That's cool.
Are you getting any feedback?
I would put those in. If that's okay. Lady Eva says, and the star of the show, the stand-in for J. Thomas O'Malley in the Aristocats. I don't remember.
Oh,
who was in Kitty?
Oh, that movie. Yes. Awesome.
And what was... and 1 second, and then we'll get to the questions, because we've got... Oh, the Banshee says, get that wig in every color.
I also have it in teal. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Y'all are so sweet. All right. Well, we are going to start.
We're not... Could we just mention this?
Yeah, buddy.
1369.
Hello. Can it go? All right.
There was okay. I listen. I watch and listen to YouTube stuff all day, every day. If I'm not reading a book, if I'm not working, I'm reading a book or I'm on YouTube somewhere. And one of the things, there was somebody was talking, but basically they just quickly ran through the numbers, and or was it on, anyway, might have been on Hal yesterday in the morning, anyway. But they basically, if you actually work out the income and expenses of DJT here, this stock should be worth like 4 cents.
Y'all were wondering about penny stocks. I mean, the thing is about wondering when it's going to go into penny stock thing. You and I were talking about this earlier. It's that there is a technical definition, but most people have varying ideas of what that looks like.
Right.
So
exactly.
Yeah, it's not worth much. We'll just leave it there.
No, it's really not. And there are people already bailing.
I mean, yeah. Oof. All right. Real quick before we get started, you and I were talking earlier, and I just wanted to point out some stuff. And this is political. It's pop culture, but it's political, and it's not going to take too long. So just bear with me. I love watching and reading Black Twitter, mainly because as a white person who tries every day to be an ally, I would like to know what issues I need to throw my support behind. I try to make sure that I'm informed and, things like that. And plus, Black Twitter's hysterical and it's amazing. And there's so much talent there. So there's a gentleman, Chris Evans, whose handle is not Captain America. He's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I get a lot of my stuff from him because he follows up on news and pop culture and in politics and what's important. So there's a couple of things that have been going on in the last couple of weeks or so. There's the Janet Jackson she went forward and said that she didn't think that Harris was black. And everybody was like, pardon? And she's like, yeah. I read that her dad was actually white. And they're like, that's not true. She's like, well, I haven't checked the news in a couple of days, but whatever. I mean, yeah. And then she had the chance to fix it and then double down on it. So remember that was last week. So the entire, Twitter force, X force, whatever you want to call it, was just like, what? So, yes, Interplanet Janet. Yes, he's fabulous. Anyway, but also Miss Chappell Roan has been getting into hot water as of late. And she is a she's new on the scene. I mean, she really came to prominence this last summer. She's young. She's one of the main, like, there have been other lesbian singers, of course, before her, but she's unique in that she's one of the first pop stars to where her songs aren't ambiguous, excuse me. So like she's openly singing to a female. I mean, like, that's which is cool. Representation matters. That's awesome. She said that she tried to pull, somebody asked her about endorsements, and she's like, well, there's good people on both sides. And so everybody's just sort of like put the brakes, and you heard them screech, and you went, oh yeah. And then she tried to fix it and did a video where it did more harm than good. So on X, Twitter, today, or it might have been less, I saw it today, Chris Evans did a thing where he's referring to Chappell Roan as Raggedy Ann and about how she's getting drugged because, she's redhead. And I'm like, because it also turns out that Chappell Roan, of course, is her stage name. Her Chappell is her mother's maiden name, and Roan is part of a song title that her grandfather used to sing to her all the time. So it turns out that her mother's brother, her uncle, is Missouri GOP rep Darren Chappell.
Of course.
So of course, there's good people on both sides. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is it's just people voting against their own. It absolutely floors me. But so Black folks drag people on a level that I aspire to be that petty, but I fall short by the grace of God. But somebody in the chat, in the thread on X, they're talking about Raggedy Ann, and somebody referred to Janet Jackson as Lady Voldemort because she doesn't have a nose anymore. So
we're just a messenger on this channel. We're just a messenger. We've said nothing.
Yes.
And it has nothing to do with racial anything.
Oh no.
It has to do with voluntary, a whole lot of voluntary plastic surgery, which happens to every race.
So
yes,
I'm in awe.
Valerie, she who won't be named.
Yeah, I am once again just in awe. So I recommend anybody who wants to know how things really are to hop on Black Twitter. It's boost, watch your engagements, because not all the content is for us. Be respectful, just watch it. Make sure you hit likes and retweet it whenever on occasion, just to help their algorithms and help boost them up. But not all that stuff is for us to comment on, but it's good to know perspectives from the other side. So as allies, we can vote and act accordingly. So anyway, but yes, Raggedy Andy and Lady Voldemort, and I am shooketh. That's all. Okay. So on to our regularly scheduled programming. At 11:30, Tammy Duncan brought something up that Sage of Scales Tarot sent us a graphic earlier this morning on, and I cackled. In December, the bankruptcy court will auction off all of Alex Jones's assets, including the InfoWars set.
You know who? Speak of the devil. You know who has been had their eye on that? Hal Sparks. Yeah, he has been eyeing. He's been eyeing the InfoWars set. Sometimes when Glenn Beck has certain. Glenn Beck seems to have several types of sets. Sorry, I was just making sure I could see the questions. But yeah, he doesn't really have space for it because he works from home in a small room.
Yeah,
but and it is his birthday, so happy birthday, Hal Sparks.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's. How will he react to this?
Alex Jones?
Oh yeah. How big of a tantrum are we going to he's thrown tantrums, but is this going to be epic? Epic. And
did you see the fake crying he did last time?
Oh yeah.
I mean that was bad act. That was a Razzie Award.
Oh yeah.
Even my super sensitive, Cancer moon, Pisces, Mars, just all. I was just like, I want to have that. No, and then it would just switch.
Yeah,
that's how he talks.
My middle child used to do that. She would come in crying, and then she'd get distracted and stop, and she'd turn around and go, "And where was I? Oh yeah, yeah."
Who did that?
Becca.
Oh, one of your daughters.
Yeah, my middle child. She would do that growing up. Real quick before you finish that reading, Electra Storm, you're absolutely correct. Advice: don't get in the middle of black business, or you will get drugged online. Just observe, giggle to yourself, move on. And Mrs. Couture, you are so sweet. She said, that's why I'm invited to the cookouts. I would never assume. I just hope somebody brings me a plate. That's all. So, okay. Anyway, yes, Alec Jones.
Oh, Harper Lee says Alec Jones was already blubbering yesterday.
Oh, bless.
Wow. So he sees such the victim, isn't he? Knight of Pentacles. And he made millions upon millions upon millions. Queen of Swords. families in the courts came for him. He's been sitting on a big pile of money, and he has not been doing what he was supposed to do, adding insult to injury. I mean by enforcing the judgment against you, and it's going to happen in front of everybody. And I get this weird feeling from Alex Jones. Everybody's energy is different. Right. But the thing about Alex Jones' energy is it almost feels like it's like I can almost feel it like out here, like I'm being squeezed. Because he will just like somehow like overwhelm you, and like you're like, get off me. He's got that kind of energy.
Alexis says, I thought Alex Jones is in jail. No, that's Steve Bannon. And Pamela, that is so sweet. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you. Alex Jones, we wish. But can we take a moment? I was thinking about this yesterday. Can we take just a moment to enjoy the fact that at this very moment, three shirts Steve Bannon, Mr. Pop Collar himself, aka Krusty, is breathing prison air right now. Lovely. Okay, and we'll move on. So, what's going to go? Are these people finally going to get their money, or is the court finally going to say that's it? You're going to start doing time. You're not taking this seriously. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You owe a stupid amount of money. You're still running your mouth.
Well, he can't go to jail for that. I mean,
if he's in contempt of court, he can. If he's in contempt of court, if he's in contempt of the judgment.
Okay, yeah, that he could. He could go to jail for contempt of court, not just for owing it though. But yeah, I got you.
Oh no, not for owing it, for playing games.
Right, for purposely avoiding it. Yeah.
Yes. Three of Swords. Well, I don't think the courts are going to be coming down on his side. And he's Mr. Bunnybag still. He's been trying to put things in, from what I've heard, entertainment only. What I've heard is that he's been trying to put things like in if his parents are still alive, his parents' names or his kids' names, or
that's some mafia stuff right there. That's some Sopranos mess.
And he's just obnoxious. He has no conscience.
None.
Mm-hmm. Queen of Cups. Yeah, these families need some decency and closure. So he let him rant and rave and flap his little crazy gums, but hand over the money, and hand over a lot of it. So good.
You know, to me, his aura smells like him, like stale sweat and generic brute. This is what I get off Alex Jones.
Don't try Steve Bannon then. It's much worse.
Oh no. No. All right. Well,
the human scab.
Onwards at 1910.
More like run away.
Right. Old Spice. Anna says yes. The generic original Old Spice formula for Bannon, not like the newer, crisp, clean stuff, or generic English leather. You remember that from back in the day? Anyway, all right. So the original was okay, but the generic was disgusting. All right, Harper Lee has a question. All right, so we know we talked about it before we went off yesterday that Chutkan had approved the brief. Okay.
Yeah.
He actually turns it over to her tomorrow, Thursday. this is a two-part question. So first, will we get to see or hear what's in it?
Well, there's already talk that parts of it will be there will be some stuff released, but there'll be redactions.
Yeah, or the majority of it. Are we going to be able to see, like...
Well, we learned some stuff.
Yes, we learned stuff. Yes.
There we go. L Flower and Star says, please tell me again that Kamala Harris will win. I believe, in my heart of hearts, I honestly believe Kamala Harris is going to win. Madam President. And I have already promised that I will stand right here and I will do the Charleston.
Very cool. Very cool, Lady Eva.
I'm getting the story of Gen 6 parts of it. There's not a lot that's jumping out at me that I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. We know that he was already belligerent and telling people, show up, it's going to be wild. And he was questioning the legitimacy. He was going on and on and on. He was pressuring Pence. He was doing all this stuff. We know that there was a plan. And one of the conspirators brought a film crew. There's been a lot of investigation, a lot of talking to people, a lot of whatnot. That somebody in the White House was trying to steal the election. This actually feels like loose lips. Usually this is evidence all laid out, but this also feels like loose lips. People being willing to talk. And it ends in the Hermit. And this isn't that he's isolated. This feels like him sitting in the dining room for hours. Mm-hmm. Saying, well, obviously they like me more than you do, or they believe in me more than you do, or whatever stupid thing he said.
All right.
3 more cards, but I don't know. Are we gonna learn some things? Okay, so there's the Hermit card. Mm-hmm. 7 of Pentacles. Well, there was money behind this, but there were also like the one member of the, let's just call them the arrogant toddlers, who had a truck full of things that could throw metal very, very, very fast, mm-hmm. just outside of DC, and was waiting for the phone call.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, it turned out that he was waiting and he kept calling saying, is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Should I bring it in? Should I bring it in? And they were like, wait. And one of the reasons he was so manic, let's just put it this way. What I heard is he died from an overdose in that truck, in that van. So, wow. Crack team. It's going to look really bad, because it was really bad. Who had the money? Who had the stuff? The world, the big picture is what that feels like. And this is behind us. This is not going to happen again. Not in our lifetimes. And then the Hangman holding Trump accountable. So there might be something,
right?
But we're looking forward to the unredacted version.
Absolutely,
we will see eventually.
Well, the next part of the question, which I think you might have already touched on, is if we do get to see or hear, if it leaks, will it be the end of the campaign? But you've kind of touched on that. So
hang on, let me double check. Speaking of smelling good, yes. The window's open. It's lovely. It's a lovely day. It's 72 degrees here in Chicago. And you would be surprised how good Boo Boo smells. Yes. You would be surprised. He keeps himself very clean.
Anything revealed prior to the election, will it be enough?
He's sitting pretty. There's the institutions. Two of Cups. Us talking about it hurts him. But,
Okay. All right. Well, this next question at 2540 is something that a lot of people were wondering about. Amaji and Joanne and Lady Eva. The Haitian Bridge Alliance, which has nothing to do with bridges. I had to look it up. It's the bridging communities. So the Haitian Bridge Alliance has filed a criminal complaint. They're not suing for money. They have filed a criminal complaint against 45 and Vance regarding the false information about the Haitian community in Springfield. Will anything come of it?
please. Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, he gets very excited when the wind blows and the leaves blow past. He gets very excited. We know that Trump and Vance and those heinous human beings, they don't listen. They're not listening. And it's adding insult to injury and things being shut down and all of this. Got a temperance right in the middle. And then a 7 of Cups, which is the lies. Please tell me that. Please tell me I'm only halfway through the story. Volume 2. A lot of scared kids. A lot of grief. But Trump raises money off of this garbage.
Of course.
So he's going to keep going and we're going to see it. So before the election, I don't think I'm not getting... there's an argument to be made that nobody who's selling crypto and tchotchkes and junk 45 days away from a presidential election thinks they're going to win.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Could we read on that? Because that kind of stuck with me. Would that be okay?
Sure. What was the question again? How do you want to word it?
Well,
does he actually think he's going to win?
No. Is he... Why is he taking the time and effort to try to sell stuff, Trump junk, which I think is a good catch-all for the Trump water, Trump steak, Trump university, Trump junk. This close to an election while he's the main candidate? He's one of the two main candidates? Okay. Well, every card here is saying it's for the money. Lawyer's fees. Get more money. Swindle people out. Swindle the MAGA people out of money. Waiting for a ship to come in. Okay, so it's about the money. Is it you just can't help yourself? Or you're hedging your bets? Or are you just that truly, truly desperate for money that you have to take every single thing that every grift anybody thinks of?
Lois says that Jimmy Kimmel says the coins are made with silver because Trump knows he's going to come in second.
That is awesome. Thank you.
That was a good one. Yeah.
If anybody who's worried about him becoming president, I'm not getting him becoming president. This is a new start. This are cups. Cups are Democrats. It's just throwing that out there. Okay, as far as he goes, I've got the thief card for him. Thief card. Potentially going to prison, going to court, needing aggressive lawyers while in the middle of a campaign. And he's already siphoning all the money off of the RNC, their National Committee, and is not going to work. So he's just his debts are so bad. And if his lawyers step away, millions upon millions upon millions. So, but if he becomes president, then a lot of this stuff goes away. So why? I have to wonder. I've been getting hints of this, but nothing concrete yet. I wonder if there is a someone he is scared of. Because he's so paranoid. He is so paranoid. And when you've been playing around with Vladdy Boy and you're no longer used to him, funny how you decide to take the express air elevator down and or have something radioactive put in your shorts.
Oh dear.
Oh no, that happened.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's so on the defensive, Biden. The nostalgia. He so wants Biden to come back. Two of Pentacles. It feels like he's that's this card of being unsteady. It feels like he's juggling. He's juggling for his life. It's like he's running. He's like he's running, but the ground is slipping. Like if you've been on a treadmill, only you set it too high. You set it just too high, and so it's starting to go faster than you can keep up. That's from getting from him. And I'm just trying to figure out, because he's so paranoid, he couldn't just be in his head. But it's like, but meanwhile, a couple of people have tried to shuffle off his mortal coil.
Right.
And he doesn't seem too bothered. Anyway. All right.
Oh, he's more scared of jail than death. Death is done. Yeah. He doesn't want to die.
Right.
But death is done. It's living when he can't control things around him. It's the loss of control. That's what scares him. So, yeah.
By the way, I do appreciate when anybody, if you want to read along, that's great. But telling me what cards you got, that doesn't really mean anything, because the cards can feel to you. You can be picking up on something that's not a traditional meaning of the cards. Yeah. Also, I would have to sit there and I'd have to work my way through. Okay, that and that and that. It would take me a minute. So, Esther, yeah. What about Saudi Arabia?
See, I don't even think, personally, I think he's more afraid of jail stateside than he is of any of the dictators out there, because his hubris, he's safe here. This is his country. He's safe here. And plus, he thinks he's the baddest dude in the room. He's not, but he...
Yeah. The cards are agreeing with you. He thinks he's safe as long as he's here.
Mm-hmm.
Institutions, not travel overseas. No. A plan. Afraid of justice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. 36 even. Chris Poole had a question. If Dumpy accepts the October 23rd debate, will he ultimately be a no-show due to a mental breakdown because he realizes how badly he will lose? Basically, is he gonna, if he accepts it, will he back out knowing his goose is cooked?
Well, he's already said he won't, but yeah, depends how desperate he is.
He wouldn't do the last one either, but he did.
Oh, by golly, Ollie gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you.
Very sweet. Yes, Alexa. Everybody's a gangsta until a real gangsta walks into the room. Funny that.
It literally, if you go up to him right now and bring up something about the debate, he'll say, I won that debate. I won that debate. I won that. Why would he go and risk that trauma again? He could be at home around a bevy of women. 3 of Wands, that is looking from afar, but there's the whole country, and he has an election to win or try to win, and he has money he needs to raise. There's the rub. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to go. He deep down, he knows he was shellacked. And then this, I'll just watch it from over here. Really? Because this is a big audience. Mm-hmm. This is the election. Mm-hmm. So his handlers trying to manipulate him to push him in that direction.
Yeah. Well, at 3810, Cato has a question. There are reports that Laura Loomer has been kept away from Trump's orbit recently by his staffers, and that she's very mad about this. Is that true?
Oh, Giovanna, thank you. Yes, Anne, home watching late night TV and complaining about Colbert. Yeah, it said Colbert was paid too much. Okay, Laura Loomer kept away from Trump. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: kept away from Trump by his staffers.
But yeah, the campaign people are and I've seen reports of that. His folks are.
Yeah, but.
Yeah. I don't think it was so much his staffers as his wife, but.
Oh, she wants nothing to do with him. She is beyond done. It's worse. What I'm getting is worse than it's ever been. Donezo. How do I put this? There was a book that came out when I think it was the mid 90s. And it was so popular, even though it was a nonfiction, supposedly self-help book. They made a movie from it. He's just not that into you. Mm-hmm. If your man or potential man wants to be your man,
he'll be your man.
He'll be your man, and his staffers won't be able to get in the way. All right, what's going to happen to the lovebirds?
Valerie said that Loomer has been exiled to the island of misfit supporters.
You know, they're both in Astro theme. You can go look up their compatibility. I can't remember what it is, but you can go look it up.
Everything is going to be the mark of the beast with that. Oh, no, thank you.
And at that point, the whole screen started glitching out, and weird sigils were appearing, calling, demons.
Yeah, Beelzebub, no. Yeah.
Really? You're okay, look, she's 50 years younger than he is, and he wasn't Mr. Romantic when he was your age. These are she's stupidly young. If you think Bannon is crusty and gross, yeah. I think they used to call this a May-December relationship. And funny how it was always the woman who was the May.
Now, I've written May-December romances. This is beyond that. This is...
So there she is, and it's breaking her heart. She doesn't have one. She has kind of a vaguely blocky heart shaped like hole in her chest. I got a Justice card in the middle, 5 of Pentacles. Then she really is out in the colds. And meanwhile, the dynasty just goes on without her. Because he's about to face, I strongly believe he's about to lose an election, but there's also all this legal stuff. And when it really hits, then this woman with, big eye hearts, she's out in the cold, and the family has turned their back.
Yeah.
Because they're such stellar people, too.
Yeah, Anna Nicole Smith and J. Howard Marshall were more of a legitimate couple than this. Yeah.
Lewis says they're registered at Spirit Halloween. No, honestly, I think it's Junior and Gargoyle. Have you seen those two recently? They are definitely registered at Spirit of Halloween.
Whew. All right. Well, at 43:20, Lady Eva has a question. How is Orangina's health? He's been looking kind of awful lately.
He is spending less time on his hair,
which is not like him.
He's also getting lazier because he's running out of energy. And I'm surprised anyone could run out of energy.
With that amount of...
With his lifestyle? But Wheel of Fortune, it's trying to keep that wheel spinning. It's slowing, it's sticking, it's... Younger people he's seeing younger people. If he could, I can't even think of one in particular. Oh, I know. No, but they don't do that. It's not the Dementors. It's some other stories. Somebody could pull the energy off a young person, and like you've seen the special effects.
Oh yeah.
It comes to them, and it's like they're inhaling it, and suddenly they're young, and the young person is old. And if he could do that, he would.
Oh yeah.
Just call him Donnie Bathroy and call it good. So,
how's his health? That's a lot of cups are health related, and that's a lot. There's a lot going on there. But do not cry for him, because is that what was it was in Hocus Pocus too? Excellent. Yeah. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Valerie. He has better health care than all of us combined. And we know how he treats his body. Oh, Jeannie Martin, thank you. To help get rid of the critters out of your attic. Also in honor of Sarah's wig, because Sarah's wig is awesome. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. Yes, and thank the critters. Oh, gosh, yes. Yes, those of you who weren't here yesterday, yes. I have bats. I had a squirrel. Now I have bats. Tomorrow morning, they're having a second people come to give an estimate. We've had one estimate already. My parents are insisting we get one more estimate, and I'm just like, can we just pay the money?
On a schedule.
Yeah,
we don't have time for this foolishness, literally.
And those who don't know, there's a time limit. It wasn't the 15th. It's August. It's excuse me, October 30th. If you have bats in your house in the U.S. After October 30th, they have to be left there until March, because they are a protected species. And we love bats, but we want them out there. You do not want them in your... Oh, is Bambi coming over later? Oh, Electra Storm. I might have dark hair and pale skin, but Snow White, I am not.
Scroll the Trump thing up a little bit, because a banner came up top and we can't see the numbers, please.
Breaking? What's breaking?
I don't know.
Anything? I guess not.
It's been, yeah.
Yeah, 1403.
There we go. Okay. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Thank you. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
All right. Well, moving out of Trumple Thin Skin world, 4745, Jennifer has a question. Do you see Doug Emhoff as a first gentleman? And under that role, do you see him taking a role about men, taking on a role concerning men's health? Like, is that going to be his, like, Jill Biden has been about education. Michelle Obama, her big thing was about, healthy food and exercise in children. So is his thing going to be more of is his platform going to be like men's health and things like that?
Well, what they do is usually something of a continuation of kind of what they were doing. Except for Invest. That was special. But what's his day job? Is he a lawyer?
Yeah, I think he's retired at the moment, but he was an entertainment lawyer forever.
Well, he'll keep himself busy, but I'm getting the Justice card.
Okay.
And then a Page of Wands and a Hermit. So quietly.
Okay.
Trying to help there.
Joanne, I hope, because Doug, bless him, is he's one of us, and I say he's in the nerd crew. So, like, I want to see a Star Wars Christmas tree in the White House. I want to see, like, if Doug gets to decorate. Please, Lord, we don't talk often. So, it'll be tasteful, but there'll be, like, little random, like, you see this really adorable, classic, beautiful Christmas tree. And then if you look, if you kind of squint in, there's like a little hidden Star Wars or Star Trek ornament or some fandom thing, just sort of, just thrown in somewhere. That's yes.
And we're
Yes,
talking
he is
about
Jewish.
Doug, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Now, he's going to be the vice president. Could you imagine Tim Walz? If he was in charge of Christmas at the White House, how much fun that would be. It would be so sweet. Anyway, I was trying to get some more. Again, for the reading, I've got this kind of aggressive legal something.
Mm-hmm.
Page of Wands again. Temperance, Two of Swords. Stopping, tempering. I don't know if it's. Usually, this is a young person, and Wands would be against some kind of extremist, getting people to vote, making better legal decisions. That feels more like it. That's all I'm getting. It seems unusual to me, but that's all I'm getting. Actually, if he's teaching law, then actually that's kind of what he's doing now. Still focusing on the law, young people making legal decisions. That would make sense.
And Carolina wants to point out that you can check with local wildlife rehabbers in your area, and they'll remove and rescue the bats for free or a small reimbursement to nonprofits.
I understand that, but it's complicated.
Yeah.
How do I put this? I've said this before. My mom has COPD, and we don't need someone to just come get them.
Right. It's got to be disinfected and all that good stuff.
It's got to be hugely clean, disinfected, huge. Yeah. So, anyway, okay.
All right.
Yes, and please, you're right, Anna. Please fix the rose garden. Please.
Yes. All right. So we've got. Go ahead.
Sorry, Tam is asking, did you say you will be here for the VP debate on Tuesday? Oh, heck yeah.
That's a good seg, because that's what the next question is. Kat wants to know, with the VP debate just around the corner, how will Governor Walz do?
The VP debate. I mean, it's America's Dad versus the awkward robot.
Versus America's Sad.
Thank you. America's Dad versus America's Sad. Yes. Vance has all of his stupid talking points, and even if Vance can't open his mouth without saying something that makes him look weird, that makes him sound cruel and very dumb. That works too, Scary Harpy. America's Dad versus America's Dud. That too. There could be some hair-raising moments here, because I think Walz is also going to bring up some of the things that Vance has said if Vance isn't beating himself. He's, Kamala Harris has a team who helped her get ready. There's no reason why he wouldn't have as good of a team or close to it. Vance is used to living in some kind of Peter Thiel little ivory tower.
Absolutely.
And who was I watching last night? Who was I watching last night? Was it? I can't remember. it could have been Hal Sparks, it could have been Josh Johnson, it could have been a bunch of different people, but somebody was discussing that rich people, I think it was Josh Johnson, that rich people, the richer you get, the more out of your mind you get.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was Josh Johnson, and he's got a great hour special on. It was he came out last night on YouTube, and it's all about Diddy. But at one point he was saying that we look at people who are super rich, and this is related to what this question. We look at people who have billions of dollars, and we're like, and you want to go to space? You want to go do something stupid, you want to do all this stuff. And why you could be helping so many people.
Mm-hmm.
But to them, they make some money. Okay, so you're poor, you don't have any money, and then you get some money. Then maybe you get a little bit, and so you're a little more comfortable. You feel a little safer. You feel a little, and then maybe you get a little bit more. And you're like, this is great. But when you start getting more, and you start expanding your lifestyle out, not only do you not want to contract that down to be vaguely human sized,
right?
But how would you even do that? You'd have to start getting rid of your 3 extra homes. You'd have to fire all of these people who cook and clean and all of this. And they don't want to do that. And then they get their very sense of self is tied to money, position, to being in that echelon, that upper echelon, where they talk about money all the time. It's poor people like us. We don't. I don't want to tell anybody how much money I make. Oh no. People think less of me, or I'll become a victim, or I might. Who knows what could happen? These jerks. Yeah. Hey, I just bought this today. Really? Is it good? Yeah, I'll have to get some of that. Hey, I just made this amount of money, or I'm looking for, I've got this amount of money I want to invest. What have you got? Have you heard anything good? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll put my money over there.
Yeah.
But us? Oh, no. Now, think about Vance, where he started out.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a lot of Capricorn in his chart. So he loves that higher, that top of the chart, climbing the skyscraper, success, aristocracy, kind of getting the titles. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. Thank you. So he was able to claw his way out of that and get in with the now, and then he ended up with Peter Thiel, who is staggeringly selfish. He has so much money, and he has no empathy for or any idea of, well, I know I'm gay, therefore if these people over here are empowered, they'll come after me. He doesn't think that way at all.
No.
It's the haves and the have-nots, and that's all that matters to them. That's Vance's mindset. Yeah. And he can't come back down to earth. He can't relate. You sent me a video, actually, where they were interspersing behind the scenes at a rally, where it was Tim Walz coming off the stage And then a bunch of people he knew in football jerseys and who had a football.
Yeah.
And he was so excited to see them and hi everybody. He's trying to give them high fives, but you hold on to their hand too long and it's a little awkward. Matter. He's still doing that to other people. He's all happy. And Vance, they showed him, and Vance is like, he's in front of this table with these little packets of food and things and what have you, and just not even overflowing the table, just kind of here and there. And he's like, okay, this is behind the scenes at the rally, and this is a table of snacks, and it's soda and some bags of chips, and my whole day's calories worth of junk food. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's got the charisma of not sloths are adorable. I don't know, of a moldy potato. I mean, it's just not. Yeah. But power, and like they've been saying in chat, power and money are a magnifier. If you're a good person and you come into power or you come into money, you're going to do good things and it's going to radiate from you. I mean, Walz isn't rich. I mean, he's a governor, so he's got some power, but he's not like, I mean, I'm not saying he's broke, but he's not like, wealthy. You know what I mean? But
he's never going to be a billionaire.
No, but he's a good person. He's just, and the power that he's gotten, it's just magnified that because he's used that power to do more good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not a good person, or not necessarily not a good person, but if you're more selfish by nature, it's going to be, I need to do for me before I do for thee. It's, I've got to, so yeah.
So,
well, Deborah, Donald's always been rich. So that's, I mean, he was born to be bleh. But the more power he got, the worse he got. Yeah. But you've got,
and for tax reasons, his father made him a millionaire by the age of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now he couldn't do anything with that money, but it was all to him to save on taxes and what have you. So he was a millionaire from the age of 3.
Yeah. But as I'm saying, just between, I mean, both Vance and Walz came from humble means. Mm-hmm. And then we just look at them, they came from, and I mean, yeah.
Yep. Yep. But then, and there are, the last thing I'll say, there are some people, because of course I don't watch YouTube too much, and there are some women who are entrepreneurs who were in finance and now they're entrepreneurs and what have you, and I like to see if there's anything I can learn. And some of them are okay, but a number of them I really can't watch anymore because they are cold. And it's funny how if you look at the ones who are like Vivian, thank you, John. Thank you. If you look at like Vivian, your rich BFF, she's focused on helping people like who was around her when she was growing up. And she's focused on young people and giving out financial advice, life advice to raise all.
Right.
I can't remember the other woman's name.
Colby.
Is that it? The tall one with the she was trying to buy small businesses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She hangs around with these super, super rich people, and they're like, do you think you're usually pushing these small businesses like laundromats and all these things because you just think small? And she was like, and I was thinking maybe he's right. And I'm like, oh man, you're just because it's all about, well, I was walking with so and so the other day.
Yeah.
Whereas Vivian, your rich BFF, she doesn't do that kind of garbage.
No. Mm-mm.
So yeah, there's a point at which when your whole identity is having more money, you get in with that crowd. And not everybody with money is like that. But you get in with that crowd, they're awful. They're just awful. I'm not saying this woman is necessarily awful, but man, she's cold.
No. Yeah.
Whew. Anyway, all right.
And
Alex, I've been cooking Depression-era meals. Ooh.
John generously donated $20 to the channel. Thank you, dear.
Yes, I did say thank you, didn't I? Yes.
It went while you were talking just now, so you didn't see it.
No, okay. Thank you,
okay.
John.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, it's fine. No, thank you for helping me. Yes, Rose Blue, laundromats and car washes, basic necessities. There's always a money flow. Yep. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just she just strikes me as being a bit cold.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. So anyway, that is going to do it for us for today. And at 3:00, we'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Mm-hmm. We just want to encourage you. And other than that, actually, Sarah might be coming on tomorrow as well. Mm-hmm. Bless this woman. So, yeah, so we will both see you tomorrow. Thank you. So hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right? So take care.